And we are live. What is going on, y'all? Foz Sports Talk here, talking some free agency with you guys. And I'm going to go ahead and tweet out the link for people to join and hop in here. But I wanted to just come on for like 20 minutes and just, talk a little free agency. And that's pretty much it, talk about the biggest news and whatnot. So let's do that, okay? Give me a second here while I go ahead and do so. Minutes. I'm just tweeting out the link so that people can jump in. What the? All right. Sorry about that, folks. It's been a wild day. So, where to start right now? Let's start with the fact that I've uploaded a bunch of videos. So, you guys can go ahead and check out those videos that I've uploaded. I did, obviously, Thaddeus Young to the Bulls, which I'll get into. Al Horford to the Sixers. Jimmy Butler to the Heat. I did KD to the Nets. So, a bunch of signings that I did. And let me just start off by saying this. Okay, we'll start off with the biggest signing, and then I know you guys want me to talk Bulls. I'll talk about Bulls as well. But let's start off with the KD to the Brooklyn Nets signing, and I mentioned this in my video. It didn't really surprise me as much as a lot of people possibly thought it would have surprised me or surprised them. And that is because when the news came out that Kevin Durant was going to announce his signing on his Instagram's website, then I basically knew that meant he's going to switch teams, okay? Because you don't make a big announcement and say you're re-signing. You just don't. So I knew he was going to leave at that point, and at that point, it was literally between the Nets or the Knicks. And logically, if you just look at it, the Nets had the better roster, and they had Kyrie Irving's commitment and DeAndre Jordan as well. And so it made all the sense in the world for him to go to the Nets over the Knicks, who really didn't have as good of a roster. And so that's really what it all boils down to. And I know Knicks fans are very upset and very sad, and I totally understand that. But that, if you boil it all down, that's what it comes down to. It's a simple decision. And we knew KD was leaving all year long. The rumors have been there for months now, and Nets were part of the rumors. Okay, I know it started off with the Nets, but the Nets were part of those rumors, so it shouldn't have surprised you as much as it did. Real quick, talking about the Nets and their prospects this year. So they signed KD, Kyrie, DeAndre Jordan, and Garrett Temple. And here's my thoughts on it. They're not doing anything this year. No KD this year. They're going to be a playoff team, maybe in the East, probably will be in the East. But Kyrie Irving with DeAndre Jordan. And by the way, I don't know if the Nets just, they just forgot they had Jared Allen, who's better than DeAndre Jordan. I don't know if they just forgot that, but they have Jared Allen on the roster. They didn't really need DeAndre Jordan. He doesn't really do much for me. So to me, it's really Kyrie and KD. KD's not going to be there this entire season, okay? So to me, they're not going to do anything this year until 2021 is when we can talk about the Nets as contenders. So for right now, I don't want to hear anything about the Nets, especially with the other news that came out. And I'm going to get into it right now with the Jimmy Butler to the Heat. Not that one, but Al Horford to the Sixers. Can we talk about the Sixers for a real quick second here? Ben Simmons, Josh Richardson, who they got back in the signing trade with Jimmy Butler. Now they have Tobias Harris, who they re-signed to that monstrous contract. Al Horford, who signed with them, and Joel Embiid. You want to talk about the biggest, not just front court, but lineup in the NBA? Are you kidding me? The Sixers are not only the best team in the Eastern Conference, regardless of what Kawhi Leonard does, they're the best team to me in the NBA. And you can certainly make that argument with Golden State weakened, with no Kevin Durant now and Klay Thompson out for the year. The Sixers, who is going to have that size to match up with the Sixers? You tell me a team that has that much talent and size, it ain't going to happen. So to me, the Sixers clearly leapfrog the Bucks, the Raptors, other teams in the Eastern Conference to become, to me, the favorite in the East right now. So fantastic signing by Alton Brand and the Sixers staff by getting Al Horford. I mean, that was phenomenal. So to me, I just wanted to call that out. Jimmy Butler to the Heat. Again, if Jimmy wanted to be in Miami, that's cool. But man, as far as like right now, because there may be moves coming down the line, I don't get the move for Jimmy to go to Miami. They're not really going to be much more improved than they were before this. They were a borderline playoff team before this. They're a borderline playoff team now. So to me, really doesn't do much here if I'm Jimmy Butler. And to me, I'm not a big fan of the move. So honestly, it's weird, but again, maybe there's more moves down the line. Let's talk real quickly about the Bulls because it looks like y'all want to talk about the Bulls. And shout out James, what's going on, man? Trey was good. King, Dominican, I see you guys in the chat, man. Go ahead and ask me questions in the chat. We're gonna do a little Q&A here with free agency. But okay, let's talk real quickly about the Bulls before I dive deeper into any of the questions you guys asked me. Thaddeus Young, how did I feel about the signing? I liked it. I told you guys you can go check out the video. I was a fan of the signing. The years were a little too long. I would have done 2 years. The money was a little bit too much. I would have done 10 to 12 million. But for the most part, I like the signing. He fills a need, which was depth behind Laurie. He's going to come off the bench, a good six-man. Everything checked the boxes with this signing, so I liked it. Okay, that's the simplest way I can put it. I expect the Bulls to sign another veteran backup guard like a Corey Joseph, Ish Smith, and then I expect them to get a shooter like a Wayne Ellington, and that's pretty much it. They could maybe add another big man depth to the roster. My phone's blowing up, by the way, but while I talk to you guys. So I'm just saying there's a bunch of trades going on at NBA free agency, so it's blowing up. So thoughts on D'Lo? Good question. D'Angelo Russell, along with Kawhi Leonard, are the two biggest names that have not signed yet or anything hasn't happened with them. And to me, D'Angelo Russell, I think he's going to go to the Lakers. I think that is what is going to happen with D'Lo. That's just my hunch. Don't have sources. I wish I did. But I think he's going to go to the Lakers. They need a point guard. They have the cap space. A lot of teams have used up their cap space now. So it's going to be difficult, but I'm going to go with the Lakers. Anyone else the Bulls may get? I mentioned to you guys, I think we can look at another veteran point guard like Corey Joseph or Nish Smith and get another shooter, maybe another big, but nothing splashy. Don't expect that. Bulls and 8 seed team, I think so. Yeah, I think the Bulls can definitely challenge the 8 spot. It all depends on how our guys develop, man. If Laurie and Zach develop like how I want them to, how I expect them to, then yeah, they absolutely can challenge for the 8 seed. Maybe they can get Patrick Beverley because Mavericks got Goran Dragic. Actually, James, I'm getting word right now that Goran Dragic is not going to the Mavericks. He's not part of that deal. It's something fishy is going on right now with that move. So I'm going to obviously check the tweets and get back to you guys on it. But one question I want you guys to answer is, do you guys want me to make videos for like every free agent signing? I mean, there's still other signings that I haven't made videos on, like Malcolm Brogdon, Bogdanovich, and like who else is there? Ricky Rubio. Do you guys want me to make videos on those signings too? Let me know. I mean, if you guys don't want me to, I won't. But just give me your thoughts. Ruben was good, bro. What do you think? Where do you think Kawhi is going? Clippers, possibly Lakers, but Clippers to me are the front runner. And then obviously can't rule out the signing to Toronto. But to me, if you ask me right now, I think he's going to go to Clippers. Who else are the Bulls going to get? I answered that, so I will let you guys take that answer that I gave you. Who else will they sign? I mentioned that. What do you think of the Brogdon move? Yeah, Brogdon to the Pacers. Again, this is one of those free moves that I didn't make a video on yet. What do I think about the move? I think it's a decent move. Pacers look like they're building an interesting roster for sure around Victor Oladipo. You want to talk about a point guard, because I really didn't think Brogdon's a pure point guard, but I guess they're going to play him at point guard, maybe. Let's see what happens. But they also signed Jeremy Lamb. So interesting. I don't know if I really see the plan here with the Pacers. It's interesting to me what they're doing, but I'm not a huge fan of the plan here. But Brogdon, I like as a player. I like him a lot. And the Pacers lost a lot of people. They lost, obviously, Thaddeus Young, but Donovich, so they probably just needed to sign guys. Unless it's breaking or Kawhi or a Bulls player. Yeah, Kay, man, I agree with you. I'm trying to just do the big signings because I feel like the smaller, insignificant ones you guys really don't care about. Is Brogdon running point guard? He's more of a shooting guard. I agree. He's got to be running point guard. You don't pay a guy 4 years, $85 million to not start. There's no way. He's playing point guard, and Ola's going to play the two. What do you think about the Pistons? I like the D signing. That's really all they've done so far, I believe, unless I missed something. I talked about the D signing. I put up a video on that. You guys go check that out. I thought they got solid value for Derrick Rose. $7.5 million over 2 years. Perfect. Great. He can come off as a backup to Reggie Jackson. He can come off as a six-man off the bench. He can play sometimes alongside Reggie Jackson at the two. Great signing. What's been the biggest surprise signing so far in free agency? Al Horford to the Sixers. Nobody saw that coming. Not me, not you guys. I don't care what you guys say. Nobody saw that coming. Everybody was like, oh, they have Joel Embiid. They don't need Al Horford. But they signed Al Horford, and now he's going to play alongside Joel Embiid. And I mentioned to you guys, the Sixers, to me, best team in the Eastern Conference and arguably best team in the NBA. Bro, what happened with that Knicks video? What happened? Something wrong with the Knicks video? Let me know if I need to fix something. Did I mess it up? Did I upload it improperly? Let me know. Detroit basketball. Yes, sir. You already know Detroit. Let's get it. D-Town. Appreciate you guys. How do you feel about Otto Porter Jr.? I mean, I mentioned Otto Porter Jr. I think he's one of the best 3-and-D guys in the NBA. I think for the Bulls and what they need, I think he's a very good player. But I don't think he's going to turn into a superstar or anything. I think he's a very good 3-and-D player, and that's pretty much it. If Kawhi doesn't go to the Lakers, this might actually be the most the NBA has been in a while. I agree. I agree. If Kawhi does not go to the Lakers, it's definitely going to be interesting. But the Sixers, man, they have been fantastic. Who else thinks Tobias Harris is overpaid? Yeah, Tobias Harris versus Chris Middleton. It's going to be an over. Those two guys really got paid a lot. Really got paid a lot. I am very, very surprised of how much they got paid. Between them, I don't know who is more of a bad signing, I guess, in terms of money. I mean, both those teams are going to regret that deal in the back end of that. Yeah, I think to me, I would probably say Chris Middleton, just because I feel like, Tobias Harris is a little bit better. Start talking about the Knicks signing, then you switched into the Bulls signing. Oh, okay. It looks like, see, I've been uploading so many videos, man. I'm going to have to re-upload that one. Thank you, Michael, for letting me know that. I'll make sure to fix that. Good move for the 76ers, Horford and Richardson keeping Tobias Harris. Okay, I'm telling you, man, 76ers biggest winners so far in free agency. Biggest winners by far. They did phenomenal. They're the best team in the Eastern Conference. Who else thinks the Bulls used half their cap space on the back of power forward? They used more than half. They used 13 out of the 23 million on a power forward, backup power forward. Yep, that's what they did. When will the Bulls get a big name free agent and whom? Man, I wish I knew the answer to that. I'm sorry, I don't. When will the Bulls get a big name free agent? I wish I knew the answer to that. It's sad, and you know what? I don't even think that it's a problem with management or whatever. We just don't have players that players want to play with. Here's the thing: we almost got Dwayne Wade in 2010 and LeBron James. Okay, Dwayne Wade even said it. We were going to go to Chicago. Miami could afford all three of us. So to me, it's more of a time thing than anything else. So to me, I think they will get a big name free agent, but as far as when, I can't tell you that, obviously. Beverly's still out there. Yeah, Pat Bev still hasn't signed. D'Lo still hasn't signed. Kawhi still hasn't signed. A bunch of big names still haven't signed. DeMarcus Cousins, I know he's a big name, but he's not a big-time player. He hasn't signed either, so that's also left to be seen. Also, Klay Thompson has not that signing has not been announced yet. His max contract with the Warriors, I don't know why that hasn't been announced yet. That's really weird. But there have been a bunch of small signings. So you know what I'm going to do real quick? I'm going to go through Twitter and just quickly go over the signings and tell you guys my thoughts on it. While you guys can also ask me questions on the comment section. So let me see here. Okay. Wow, funny enough, I just talked about Klay and confirmed Klay Thompson will stay with the Warriors on a 5 years, $190 million max. Makes sense. Okay. Derek Favors will sign with the Pelicans. Wow. Okay. I want to see the years here, but Derek Favors going to the Pelicans. That is interesting. Wow. Okay. Pelicans, they signed JJ Redick and now Derek Favors. They're gonna have a squad, man. Zion's gonna have a good team in his rookie year. My God. Pelicans could make the playoffs. Maybe, but they have a shot. I mean, let's just take a look at their starting lineup. You got Lonzo, you got JJ Redick at the 2, Ingram at the 3, Zion at the 4, and then who starts at the 5? I mean, is it Derek Favors? Um, but man, that's a good team. Pelicans, wow. David Griffin, man, he's such a good GM. I wish he was the Bulls GM. I wish. But I talked about the Jimmy trade. Oh, I totally forgot about Drew Holiday. How could I forget about Drew Holiday? He's definitely going to start. So let me go through that again. Lonzo, Drew, Ingram, Zion, and then maybe Favors starts at center. They have Jackson Hayes, but he's not going to start over Favors. He's rookie. I think Favors is going to start at the center, or maybe they start at the rookie. But I think it'll be Favors, and then they bring JJ Redick off the bench. Yeah, Favors or Okafor, Julia Okafor, but they signed Favors. He's better than both those guys, so it'll be that. Ed Davis signed a 2-year deal with the Jazz. 2 years, $10 million deal. He's one of the guys I wanted the Bulls to target. A veteran big man who can play both power forward and center. Very good offensive rebounder. It's a bargain right there. That's a deal that I wanted the Bulls to get. Boy, the Jazz are going to be good next year, aren't they? The Jazz got Bogdanovich. They've got Ed Davis now. I know they just lost Derek Favors, but you added Bogdan, okay? He's a very good shooter. Joe Ingles, Mike Conley, Donovan Mitchell, Rudy Gobert. The Jazz, folks, my God, the Jazz are going to be good. Ed Davis a bum. Listen, bro, I'm just saying Ed Davis as a backup at that price, he's good. He's not a bum. He's not a bum. He's a very good rebounder, okay? And for the Bulls, what they needed, he's good. Although vets want to play with Zion, yeah, man, crazy, right? People look past the good work Garden Pats have done since 03. I'm telling you, Garden Pats have drafted well. People don't want to listen to me or hear me. They have drafted well, okay? But Jazz absolutely have been phenomenal. Yeah, they got Bogdanovich 4 years, I believe $73 million. Again, I didn't make a video on that. I need to. But absolutely phenomenal moves by the Jazz. And they, to me, right now, are probably sitting atop the Western Conference. I talked about Kyrie and KD to the Nets. And I told you, Nets aren't doing anything this year. It's next year. We'll talk about them. DeAndre Jordan gets a 4-year, $40 million deal. I get DeAndre Jordan's buddies with Kyrie and KD. I get that. But the Nets have Jared Allen, okay? And he's better than DeAndre Jordan. Did they just forget that? I mean, this is not a good signing to me, okay? Kyrie and KD, cool. And if that's the only way they would have signed with the Nets is you get DeAndre Jordan, fine. But DeAndre Jordan, when you have Jared Allen and you didn't need to sign him, I don't like the signing at all. You have Jared Allen and DeAndre Jordan in today's NBA. He's a liability. Honestly, can't shoot a lick. Just can't do anything besides rebound and defend. I mean, he's not that good. I mean, I guess it's a bargain at 4 years, $40 million, but I'm just not a DeAndre Jordan fan. I'm just not. But yeah, they could have used that money on role players. They have Jared Allen. Okay, they have Jared Allen. He's better than DeAndre Jordan. Let's see. What else did I miss out on? I talked about Jimmy, Josh Richardson, Al Horford. Talked about that. Taj Gibson, 2 years, $20 million with the Knicks. Decent signing, but honestly, I don't want to pay $10 million for Taj. I really don't. I'm glad the Bulls didn't get him at that price. What else? George Hill re-signed with the Bucks for 3 years, $29 million. I think that's solid. George Hill played a big role for them in the playoffs. And the Bucks, man, they have a big payroll now. They paid the heck out of Chris Middleton. They re-signed Brook Lopez to like a 4-year, $52 million deal. Now you re-signed George Hill. They lost Brogdon, but man, they did a lot to keep Giannis happy. Yeah, everyone gets overpaid in free agency. It just happens. Julius Randle, 3 years, $63 million. I love this sign. I loved it. And you know what Michael pointed out? I got to fix that video, man. I'm sorry, guys. Sometimes when I upload a lot of videos, the editing gets all mixed up and stuff, and I got to get it out in the right time, so I usually try to get out the video as soon as the news breaks. I'll fix that, but I love that signing. I thought it was phenomenal. I thought Julius Randle, and it's a team option on the third year, folks. Team option on that third year. $20 million. Didn't I tell you guys? I said somebody told me in the comments, Julius Randle, because this rumor was going to be to the Bulls, and I was like, it's not happening. Bulls are not getting Julius Randle because he wants to get paid and he wants to start. Julius Randle got $21 million per year. Bobby Portis was looking for 16 million, and you guys try to tell me, or not you, all you guys, but somebody in the comments tried to tell me that Julius Randle is now worth 15 million. Julius Randle, absolutely, I knew he was going to get more than that. He was severely underpaid last year, just about 9 million. So to me, not surprised at all. Julius Randle, phenomenal signing. Look at the Knicks. Look, Knicks fans, if you're in the chat, if you're watching, let me just talk to you for like 2 seconds with Knicks fans, okay? It's not the end of the world. You didn't get KD, cool. You didn't Kyrie, cool. I got it. But you have a young, nice roster. Dennis Smith Jr., still very young, still decent. RJ Barrett, he could be good. Kevin Knox, he's got potential. Julius Randle, just 24 years old. And then at center, Mitchell Robinson, all the potential in the world. So to me, it is not all grim and gloom and doom in New York. They have a young nucleus they can build around. I think they will be good for the long term. Maybe not this year, but at least they're building towards something. And I like this Julius Randle signing. I'm sorry. I do like this Julius Randle signing. I think he's good. Randle did what Boogie would have done last year. Yeah, but I like Julius Randle more than DeMarcus Cousins. Do you think Felicio or Dunn stay with the Bulls this offseason? Yeah, no one's going to trade for Felicio's contract and Chris Dunn. I do believe they're going to keep him. Julius Randle ain't worth more than Bobby Portis. He is better than Bobby Portis, I believe, and he's worth more. Are the Bulls going to play Denzel Valentine, Chandler Hutchinson? I think we need to trade one of them along with Chris Dunn. I don't think we're going to have trades, folks. I think we're just going to have signings. So if you guys just joined or if you guys didn't listen when I told you guys, here's what I expect the Bulls to do. One more free agent backup point guard. Corey Joseph or Ish Smith is who I'm targeting. Another wing, Wayne Ellington maybe. And then another backup big. I was targeting Ed Davis, guys like Mike Scott. Both of them got signed, but that's about it. So to me, that's what I expect the Bulls to do. So do not expect any sort of big names, nothing like that. It's not going to happen for the Bulls. Don't expect it. So I answered that. Jazz are better than Pelicans. They are. Okay, you're absolutely right. Jazz are absolutely probably the best team in the West right now. Honestly, they could be. Bulls got to trade Valentine and give Hutchinson minutes. I mean, there's not a lot of trade value for Denzel Valentine. So let's see. Where can I buy fives at? Yo, listen, this is a one of a kind. I haven't made much of these. I think this is the only one. But if you guys are interested, man, I got you with this. I got you. Let me know if y'all want a FST hat. Drop a comment down below if you want it. Okay, so let me just say this real quick because I got to end the stream real soon. DeMar Carroll signed with the Spurs 2 years, $12 million deal. Very solid signing. Good backup depth. Mike Scott, 2-year, $9.8 million deal with the Sixers to re-sign. Very good signing for them. Rodney Hood, 2-year, $16 million deal to re-sign with the Pacers. Decent. So let me just give the biggest takeaway. Michael, I know you want me to keep going. I'll do more live streams, trust me. But here's my biggest takeaway, all right? To me, the Jazz are probably the cream of the crop and the best team in the West. And the Sixers, to me, are the best team in the East. That's what's happened so far in free agency. Those two teams have separated themselves. Other teams have made moves here and there. Of course, we've talked about the Nets and getting KD and whatnot. But to me, next year, heading into next year, it's the Jazz, it's the Sixers. Those are the teams that are looking like the best teams in each conference. As far as the Bulls, I like the signing for Thaddeus Young. I'm expecting a few more moves. I do think they can challenge for an 8 seed this coming season. It all depends on how Zach and Laurie develop, along with Wendell Carter Jr. and how Otto Porter plays. And, of course, Kobe White, can't forget about him. But I do believe they have got the opportunity, and that's where I'm at right now. Okay, so to me, bunch of good signings, bunch of bad signings. That's what we expect in free agency, but I'll have more videos out. I'll do another live stream. Don't worry. We still have Kawhi news coming out. We still have D'Angelo Russell news coming out. So the Lakers could leapfrog the Jazz. We don't know yet. As of right now, that's where I'm at. It's an exciting time to be an NBA fan, man. I can't wait to obviously do this. So let me know what you guys think about all the signings that have happened. Check out the videos, man. I'll fix the Julius Randle video. But that's where I'm at. So let me just answer some last-minute quick questions. Who will the Bulls sign as veteran point guard? I answered that like 5 times. Pacers looking nice. decent. I wouldn't say nice. Derek Favors, Alex left to Pels. You think Jazz are going to do good? I talked about the Jazz, best team in the West right now. Why do the Bulls insist on Dung and don't bring a vet instead? I think they can do both. They have the cap space to bring in a veteran. They just want to have Chris Dunn as backup. NBA looking nice. Yeah, looking nice. Sixers best shooter. Yeah, honestly. So that's where I'm at, folks. All right, appreciate you guys. I'm going to log out, and we'll talk soon.